Hi, Cherie Hansen here. I'd like to share with you my new blog, Resistance and Growth, that I wrote January 5th. Gay Hendricks' book, The Big Leap, is like a hefty sculpted magic key. It is relatively small and it fits into the hand with no effort. The book is slim. It is not complex in its vocabulary or its ideas, but the structure of it is challenging. To wield it to unlock the heart's desired doorway requires acknowledging the survival mentality ego habits that frequently run my life and is not an easy passage through that door. As I listen to the book again, I redirect my mind into the areas of greatest resistance for me. Freedom from constraints is the error illusion on one side. You can't make me do anything. I know what I'm doing. And the habits of forced labor work addiction reside on the other. You have to do this. No pleasure for you. Get on it, woman. It is a wonderfully constructed pathway to confusion. Getting clearer and clearer at how my ego works in my life allows me to see those areas that let fear be the conductor of my cacophony musical accompaniment. No single melody soothes me. Anxiety about money has been, in a way, a gift because I have used 40% of my income to pay down my debt. Forcing myself to develop a habit of creating freedom in my future at the cost of frivolity in my present has been rewarding, or so I tell myself. However, the big goals, the heart's desire goals, are still floating out there on the mirage lake of my future. I refuse to set up a schedule and stick to it. The pushback is, you are tied to a schedule for 30 years. You need to be careful of work addiction. Look how fit, how healthy you are now. Your system is working. But the cacophony of confusion is how my ego keeps me blindly chained. It is in not knowing that I must get lost. Leaving behind control is growth. Controlling actions is growth. I never want to be in a position where I am pushing, punishing, persisting to the point that I become ill again. That particular path has been thoroughly explored. Some people second guess themselves. And I have a cat's cradle of patterned strings of intertwined guessing that is brilliantly woven. And the ego lies that most often come up are found in my scarcity mindset. 1, there is not enough time. Why embark on a journey that can never be completed because the hours are short and you are, after all, at the end of your life? 2, there is too much time. Sitting and waiting for the day for outside influences to trigger action means that an hour after hour there is the flat prairie of no visual connection to anything. Be careful, number 3, or you will disappoint you. Others will disappoint you. Lower your expectations and keep your small cell tidy and calm. Perfection is the goal. 4, look at you. You are more muscular, more fit, more radiant, more creative than any other 73-year-old you know. Why do you have to grow more? Just be content. Oh, I am so aware of the spell casting my ego has done in my life. the magical thinking, the ability to confuse myself into submission. It is almost with admiration for my gift of confustication that I listen to the one voice become ventriloquists of chaos. At my best, I found it immensely amusing to be able to think two contradictory thoughts at the same time in order to sheepdog me into paralysis. Strategy is important for me now. I have begun writing down what it is that I did the previous day that is actually a break in habit. And it is to be celebrated. I am training myself to see what it is I am actually achieving. The patterns I intend to address are all those mastered by fear. As you are following my blog, you can see that I am no longer hiding the challenges that I give to myself. Saying what I need to say is becoming easier. I will work with my therapist on my anxiety about money and my utter fear of getting into an intimate relationship again. The biggest struggle for me is to accept my choices and to stay focused on how I am growing. I am done sending myself to my room and shutting down when I have done nothing worse than be simply human. Yesterday, I went out with a neighbor and had coffee and a cookie. So shoot me. It was allowing. Learning how to be a friend is fairly new for me, and I am doing well. I am working out consistently and can see the muscle building in my body. My debt is down, and I am writing frequently. I have learned the difficult for me, technology. I have begun to believe that my hermit healing phase is complete and that I am up for a journey. I sit listening at the door for the knock, calling me to step into the adventure. And most of all, I am feeling the opening up of my inner space. The moments of deep peace and being at home with myself are more frequent. Gently, gently walk the path. And I know that it will bring me home to a more loving relationship with myself and all the others that I encounter. Learning to allow my ego to 12-tone scale in the background without resisting or reacting is kind of invigorating. Maybe it is just the kind of gritty energy that I need for my movie.